Hello, my friends. My name is Ryan Freeman, and I have a sick voice because I just recovered from the flu, man. Thank you for coming to my channel. I'm at the top of a mountain, Dongshan. It is the highest peak in Taiwan County, 1,241 meters above the sea. Okay. Yes, I've just recovered from the flu, and as I was homesick alone for so many days. I needed to get out of the house. And as soon as I had some energy, I'm like, I want to go hike a mountain. Actually, my first thought was I wanted to drive my scooter. I wanted to get out of the city. And I drove a scooter to a mountain and then decided to hike up. And so I'm going to go ahead and give you guys, show you some shots of the ride. The scooter ride here was... It was kind of nice towards the end. You know, once you get out of the city, the driving can be quite charming. Going through farm villages, going up mountains, steep roads, narrow roads, roads you don't normally see when you're driving in the city. One thing you do have to be careful, though, when you're driving in the countryside, particularly around farms, is you will run into mosquitoes or flies, you know, and normally I don't really like to wear sunglasses or have my visor down, but if you don't, you will get pelted in your eyes, your eyeballs, by bugs, which happened to me. So I ended up coming to this trail, not really knowing what to expect. Found it to be quite charming for the most part. It's a foggy day, a very cold day, and the fog always adds a layer of mystery to an already mysterious trail that I don't know anything about. And started hiking and just ended up at the top eventually. Ran out of water. In fact, I just have one little sip left. I'm one of those people who either goes too prepared or underprepared. I am rarely at the right level of preparedness. And then now I'm going to hike down. And I didn't hike up this way. I'm hoping that I can hike down a different way. But you never know, and I might have to backtrack. The trail is mostly stones, lots of stones. Stones and cement or just stones. Right now it's actually dirt, but the trail up was all stone. Which it's not the most comfortable. Not the most comfortable to walk on because, you know, it's all uneven. Not that you would expect purely even trails, but dirt is a little nicer, I must say. But eventually I'll be back down in the stone, and lots of people that you're going to run into. In fact, I don't even think I'm going to go down this way anymore because I think I'm going to go the wrong way. You know, a lot of times I go hiking in Taiwan, and I find that the trails are well labeled for the most part, but they crisscross all sorts of different areas. I'm like, this trail, I don't know where it's going. And so I don't want to just go down that way. Like I said, I'm out of water, so I better not go that way. One nice thing about hiking, both in America, Taiwan, and every country I've been to, is that people tend to be friendly on the trails, lots of ni-haos. Occasionally, because, well, I was the only foreigner I saw on the trail today, occasionally someone will say, hello, or nice to meet you. And I'll say, nice to meet you too. Yeah, so I'm just going to go back the way I came. You know, I'm pretty brave, guys. I'm pretty brave and intrepid. When I have water, if I had extra water and a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, which I'm craving right now because I only had breakfast, it is now approaching 3 p.m. So I'm hungry and thirsty. But at least I'm not freezing. I was really cold on the ride here. It's a cold morning in Taiwan. And I have to ask myself, what are you doing, Ryan? You just recovered from the flu. Don't you remember how terrible it was being sick? You don't want to get sick again. But there's just something about me when I have a little health in me. I need to use it. And I just can't stay home any longer. You know, I like my home. And when I get home later, I'm going to be so happy. But when you're home day after day, and alone, let me say, being home alone, that's a brutal ordeal. I'm just home alone with my thoughts, and oh my God, I'm wishing I had a dog. I'm wishing I had little children to run around and hug me. But okay, well, don't cry for me so bad, because my girlfriend did come over yesterday with her handsome little son, and it was wonderful. It was like life again. I don't think I'm meant to be alone. Oh, wow. There is, you might not be able to see it, but there's like a sea of clouds right there, right above the clouds. Beautiful. Yeah, I don't think I'm meant to be alone for too long. Yeah. So, okay, I'm going to give you just a little update of what's been happening over my Chinese New Year holiday. In my last video, I mentioned I would probably be going to Xiaoliuqiu, which I mistranslated as Small Green Island, because Xiao, I don't read Chinese characters too well, so I read the pinyin, the Romanized spelling, and I thought Xiao meant small, Liu meant green, and Qiu I thought meant ball, but I thought it was another word for island. I was wrong. Xiaoliuqiu does not translate to Small Green Island. So one thing I want to say is that I am always honest with you guys. I always try to tell the truth, but sometimes I am mistaken, and the times I'm most likely going to be mistaken, it's going to be my Chinese. But anyway, so yes, I did go to Xiaoliuqiu. I think it's translated Lambent Island, or Lamb something Island. I went there with my girlfriend because, you know, I wanted to get out of the city, and I wanted to see the sea, and I wanted something relaxing. And the islands, I had read, are usually very crowded during the summertime, but winter's not so bad. And Chinese New Year could become a little crowded, but, by the way, sorry, just hit my camera. There are monkeys around. Monkeys with red faces that were checking me out up here. But me and my girlfriend beat the holiday rush, and I went there to Xiaoliuqiu because I had read the other islands suffered really bad weather at this time in January, and that Xiaoliuqiu was clear waters, clear skies, and a more moderate temperature than the mainland. And I found it to be true. The weather was really nice. I was in shorts and a t-shirt one of the days, the day before I got sick, and that might have been why I got sick. Because I did get a little chilly. I'll show you guys our hotel room. Which, you know, my girlfriend does not like making decisions, so I generally have to make most of the decisions. And so I had sent her a few different options online, and then she just asked ChatGPT to recommend a hotel. And so we ended up going with what ChatGPT recommended. She loves ChatGPT, by the way. I'm kind of liking it. It has helped me at work a little bit. She's in love with it. It analyzes her dreams. I mean, I think I'm a little jealous with how much time she spends with it. But anyways, yeah, you can see our room. In the room was well, after taxes and fees, it was about 2,000 new Taiwanese dollars a night, which is about 60 US a night for a queen size bed, I believe. Pretty comfortable, although the pillows, sometimes hotel pillows are good, but sometimes they're not. I would recommend this hotel. It was clean, comfortable for the most part, had a balcony. The price is cheap. But it was a little out of the way. It wasn't necessarily walking distance to the beaches and to the attractions and to the restaurants. So over here, there's people picnicking. There's some gazebos up here. I think I would like to come up here with a group and do some cooking. Anyways, back to our hotel, which was in a bad location. So you end up renting a scooter. Xiaoliuqiu is really small. And you could walk around it. You could bicycle around it. But the main way people get around is scooter. And so you can rent a scooter for 400 new Taiwanese dollars a day. 400 new Taiwanese dollars will get you a scooter for 24 hours. And the cool thing, and this is something we didn't know at first, but we found out at the end, is, like you got all this bags, this luggage. How do you ride a scooter with your girlfriend and all your bags? They will ferry your luggage to the hotel and then back from the hotel when you're ready to get out of there with another guy for free. 400 new Taiwanese dollars. I mean, we're talking about 13, 14 US a day for a scooter. Comes full tank of gas, and we didn't even need to fill it because we barely even put a dent in the gas tank. We were there for 2 nights. We rode around the island, but it is a very small island. One thing about renting scooters, now you should probably have an international driver's license with the capability of riding a motorcycle. If not, what they will do, let's say you don't have a international driver's license or a local license, they will rent you an electric scooter, which will do the job. And in Taiwan, there are quite a lot of battery swap stations and charging stations. You'll be good to go. You have to be careful riding a scooter, of course, on narrow roads. But the cool thing about Xiaoliuqiu when we went, it was not crowded. Like I said, the temperature was perfect. Water was clear. I went snorkeling. And one of the attractions is, it's an island that's famous for sea turtles, green sea turtles. And I went snorkeling, saw lots of colorful fish, and then got a swim with the turtle. Big turtle, about as big as my torso, maybe a little bit bigger, definitely fatter, although it's not saying. Well, anyways, so went swimming with this green turtle, swimming with the fish, snorkeling. I brought my own snorkel. However, you can rent them. You can do scuba diving. You can do all sorts of extra excursions. I wanted to chill out, mostly. There are caves. You can buy like a pass to all of these caves, like the Beauty Cave or the Black Devil Cave. They're not that exciting, to be honest. You're just sort of walking around cave-like structures without actually really spelunking. Food. I didn't have anything to write home about. It's basically like small town, small island life with a touristy vibe. There are some tourist prices, but it's not completely price gouged. They're not going to kill you. I had a wonderful barbecue. That was probably our best meal. There was a barbecue near our apartment that you had 2 hours, all you could eat. And it had beef, lamb, pork, chicken, veggies, ice cream, and you just grub out. You know how much that cost, man? That cost, for me and my girlfriend, cost me like 1,300 new Taiwanese dollars. So it cost me probably about, maybe even a little less than that. Because actually, that's including, I think, the beer I had. I mean, we're talking about $30 to $40 US for all you can eat. And we grubbed. We absolutely grubbed. I don't think you can get that in California. And the meat was good. The chicken was fantastic. The sausages were good. Beef was okay. There's fish and seafood as well. I'm not really a seafood type of guy. Anyways, yeah, Xiaolioqiu was cool. I wasn't really able to relax. Like I had just finished reading a novel where this couple has this romantic trip to the Isle of Wight in England. And I just loved how they're on these like abandoned bays and laying on the sand and collecting seashells. I just didn't find that, it was a nice romantic trip. I had lots of romantic moments, but I was always getting on the scooter and going to place, and even though we beat the holiday rush, it was still Taiwan, still a lot of people here, and you don't have anything to yourself. So that was Xiaolioqiu. It was good, except like I caught the flu on the last day. I just woke up and I was a dead man. And we still had 2 more nights we were thinking we were going to go party in Kaohsiung. Her brother has a bar, serves up some good cocktails. Or go to Tainan. I haven't really explored Tainan too much. My girlfriend has like one of her favorite restaurants there. But I was so dead and I just felt bad. I'm like, babe, we gotta go home. You gotta take care of me. So we go back to my place in Jiayi City, and then, wouldn't you know it, she got the flu. So we were 2 sick lovebirds. And then she had to go home, she only has so many days. She had to go pick up her son and then go home and do family responsibilities. And then I was alone. And then Chinese New Year came, the day itself. I think it was the 28th was New Year's Eve and the 29th was New Year's. My friend, Andrew, he's an interesting cat. He's probably my best friend in Jiayi City. And he doesn't speak English, and I don't speak Chinese very well. But we make do. Met him through judo club. At first, I thought he was the most insufferable guy there because he was always very aggressive, trying to correct my judo throws. But then we ended up becoming friends. And he knows how to wine and dine. I mean, he has feasted me many meals, and he invited me to New Year's celebration at his house. I said, hey, bro, I'm sick with the flu. I would love to come, but I don't want to get your family sick. He insisted. So I came, and, well, I'm so glad I did. I had a wonderful time at his house. It was his wife, his son, his wife's friends and their family, wife's sister, wife's brother, and they were so hospitable and drank beer and umeshu, plum wine, ate some good food. Andrew, I've eaten some strange foods with Andrew, okay? On the New Year's feast, there was like nice roast chicken, there was baked fish, there was veggies, and there was imported hot house cherries that cost 1,800 for a bowl. I mean, it was the best cherries I've ever had. So you can't get these cherries, and they had these cherry tomatoes that were the best cherry tomatoes I've ever had. You cannot get these fruits at a PX Mart, local supermarket. You can't get them at a Costco. You got to get them at these like special dealers that deal with really high-priced quality fruit. And so it was like, how much is that? $60 about. $50-$60 for a bowl of cherries. But they were the best cherries I've ever had. And the cherry tomatoes were the best cherry tomatoes I've ever had. Ostrich, they had a big bowl of ostrich meat in a bit of a soupy sauce that was good. But, I'm just talking about strange foods that I've had with Andrew. Andrew, he made me eat chicken balls. Chicken balls, yeah. The nuts, the testicles. They were okay. He's made me eat a few weird shit. He likes going to restaurants. And like I said, I'm his best friend. We don't talk much, but we make do. Anyways, so it was good. It was good to spend some time with people, even though I was still sick. And I woke up pretty hungover because I normally, even though I am a drinker, for the most part I drink almost every day. But I don't really drink that much. Just a couple drinks. But on New Year's Day with them, they just kept pouring me drinks. Clouds behind me. Can you see the clouds? Quiet trail now. I think everyone comes early. I think I'm a little late. There's a lot of people going down when I was coming up. And, I can't really dilly-dally too much because I need water, I need food, and I gotta drive home. And, there's only so much daylight. It's wintertime after all. But I did want to make a video and update you guys on what's going on. And, I have some ideas for some videos, okay? But I don't want to make them part of the update. I want to make them an actual video of itself. Some things I need to talk about, okay? Things that have been weighing on me. I just want to say once again how nice, though, it is to get outside. Being inside, it's like something bad for my soul. It's good for a short time, but too many days consecutively, even though it's fun, ordering Uber Eats or binging on TV or playing video games. But it's so much nicer to get outside. Cleanses my soul. So what did you guys do for Chinese New Year's? Did you celebrate it? Are you excited about the Year of the Snake? What does that even mean? Write it down below in the comments. And I'm just going to get off of this mountain, go home, and then I'll upload this video. And I hope you give me a thumbs up. Thank you very much. My name's Ryan Freeman. Welcome to the Dongshan, the highest mountain, 1,421 meters above sea level in Tainan County. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.